Welcome. In this video, I will be walking you through the Zettle and SalesVu integration for a restaurant flow. So first, I'm going to be walking you through the POS and how to take orders from here into a restaurant scenario. So here we see all the categories on the top. I'm just tapping on appetizers, brunch menu, burgers, and even subcategories like alcoholic and non-alcoholic under drinks. Now we see here a list of all the products down here. We can see images, we can see descriptions as well of the products, and we see products with banners of out of stock. So if we open the product, we can see different information and we see the current quantity of 0. Now, in a restaurant, we see also the table layout. So here we see the tables that are available, the tables that are taken, the number of the table with the capacity. So when someone comes in, we can simply tap on a green table that's available and allocate according to the number of guests. Now in this example, we're going to have 3 guests coming in, and then we can attach a customer from the CRM or just take guests as well and simply start adding orders to the table. So we can tap on a product and assign it to a seat immediately. So it's easier for the servers to know who are the products for when they come back and bring the drinks, for example, in this case. So we were first taking each one of the drinks for every seat. Now we can see here that there are products that have a banner with not the out of stock, but the number of products left. So we can see here the count that is taken with live information as soon as these products are being sold. Now here I'm adding a burger, so we can tap on the different add-ons that may have an extra cost as the mushrooms here, and we can also assign it to the seat. Now we're going to take a couple of products more for the other seats, and from here the server can simply fire the order so the kitchen can start preparing it, or I'm just going to close the transaction here. And we can see here that because everything is separated by seats, we can also split the bill that way. So we see what products are assigned to each one of the seats, and each one of them can decide what payment method to use when closing the transaction. So the first person could use a debit card, the second person could use cash, and then the third one can use another credit card. So to the payment method, this is where PayPal Zettle will be integrated. With the terminal, you can simply connect the device to your iPad, and that way take any cards as well, and use any sort of method. If it's tap, swipe, insert, all of that. All you need to do is simply add your Zettle by PayPal account in here, and that way you can take your cards. In this case, we don't have that integrated in this account, so I'm just going to continue the transaction with just cash. If the customers are assigned to the order, you can send the receipt via email or SMS. Now that the order is closed, we can see that the table is now green and available for the next person to come in. Last but not least, here we can go into the piggy bank icon to see all the shift details and transactions and totals. And from here we can manage cash, deposit to save. In this case, we're depositing to save all the cash in hand in the cash register. And at the end, you can close out so everything's back on zeros before the next shift. We can also see from here other things such as the clock to clock in or clock out. So we see the list of employees, and with their PIN code, they can start or end their shift. And here on the orders icon, we can see closed or open orders. We can refund orders and do other multiple things. And to find orders, you can use the filters on the top, such as sources, employees, or even the customer information. In this part of the video, I will be showing you the e-commerce and what you can accomplish with X. Now, on this example, we have a restaurant that has different spaces like a kitchen table, the gallery, and we can see other activities as well, like wine tasting and more. I'm going to walk you through the different menu and options, and we have here some options to make a reservation, order online, view our menus, purchase a gift card, reserve a space, become a member, attend a wine tasting class, special events, join loyalty program, and log in. So the first thing I'm going to do is log in. I'm going to use my email and password so I can simply finish all the checkout process so much quicker and save the information that will be relevant for the online ordering part. Now, the next I'm going to walk you through is making a reservation. So if I'm a customer and I would like to book a table for tonight and I have some friends coming over with me, I can come here, select the date, let's say for today Friday, a party size of 4, and I can find the availability and the tables too. Now let's say I want to go to 8 p.m. so I'm going to pick up the table number that is available for that specific time. And then since I log in, all of my information has been saved. I can also check out as a guest and add this information on the spot and add any other special request. Now let me walk you through the section of purchasing a gift card. If you give a person that loves this restaurant a nice present, this will be the perfect one. In here I can select the gift card by checking the options and simply add it to the cart. Now I already have my information to check out faster, but in here before I continue I can add the information. I can see the information of the gift card, I can see the amount and enter the information of who is going to receive it and add a nice message to it. Now let's say this is going to be for my friend's birthday and I can simply add in here the little happy birthday message. Once I'm ready, I can simply add it to a wish list or add it to a cart. Now, I'm going to proceed with adding it to the cart and checking out. Now, from this shopping cart icon, I can edit the information, go back. If I continue, you can see my information as a customer has been saved already since I logged in. And now I can proceed with the checkout process. Once I'm done, I can see that I can rate my experience from 0 to 10 and I can also view my receipt. The next section I'm going to walk you through is reserving a space. So this reservation is for any sort of events. Let's say it's going to be for a wedding or I want to reserve the space for anniversary or birthday celebration. I can select here the day, let's say for today or tomorrow, and I can add the party size for maybe 10 people and the duration. Now let's say I want to reserve it for maybe 2 hours and I can also find a table. Now I see the different availability and I can select the one that works best for me. Next I'm going to add my information to continue with the reservation and the checkout. Here I can see all the details of the booking. Now the date and the time, the duration, the party size, how much I need to pay for the deposit, all the information, and a special request and order summary. Once I click on book appointment, I will get the confirmation of the booking with the specifics as well. Perfect. The next section I'm going to walk you through is attending a wine tasting class. So in this section, we can look at the calendar, see the availability of the class, and book it. So let's suppose I'm going to attend a wine tasting class. From here, I can see the availability, which is Fridays, Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. So I want to attend the one on Saturday. I can see how many spaces are left, and from here, I can continue to book it. Now I select the pass and then I can add the party size. If I want to come with a friend, I can change the party size here for 2, any special request. Now in here I have different options to continue as a guest, log in, or register. Now in this example I'll continue as a guest, so I'm going to add all of my details and see the order summary. Now I'm going to book the appointment. And here we can see that it has been confirmed. I can add it to the calendar or continue. Now let's suppose that after the wine tasting class, I loved it so much that I want to become a member. So in this same web portal, we can also become a member. So under this section, I can see the different memberships and I will select the wine membership. I can simply go to the membership and see any information and the description, the price. I can also change the quantity, add it to a cart, or add it to the wish list, which is going to be the case in this example. If you want to check out, the same checkout process works as the other examples. Now I'm going to show you how to order online and the different options that we have for pre-ordering, pickup, delivery, and dine-in. So for this example here, we have the option for pickup, and we can also order it for now or schedule it for later. We can see the different availability and the time slots, and we can also select the different addresses to pick it up. Now we have the section of delivery, so this is another option in which you can add all of your details and address and simply continue with the order. And last but not least, we have the dining option in which you can select the table and you will see the address of the restaurant. SalesVu also has QR code ordering, which the only difference is after you scan the QR code, you'll be able to see this exact same menu and proceed with your phone and select the options from there. Now let's continue with pickup. Under the online order, we can see here first the best sellers, so that is one of the AI recommendations that will show up according to your customer's purchase behavior. If we scroll a little bit down, we will see first the categories and under that all the products. So if we go to each one of the categories, we will see what are the products under each one. And here under drinks, we'll see an offer as a time-based discount for a happy hour, for example. Now let's scroll up. We go up, we'll see another other options such as the filters. So if we want to find products according to a preference, for example, chicken and let's suppose also shrimp, we can check these boxes and see what products match with these preferences and select the products from that option of narrowing down the menu. We can see here some of the products that apply to my preferences, and I can see the description, images, and I can add it to the cart directly, or I can open the product and see more information about this product. If I open the product, I can do certain things like changing the quantity, adding to the cart, seeing the description, adding a special request, and I can also see the second AI recommendation of customers that bought this item also bought this one. Now if I want to search for a specific product, I can go to search bar and type any word, and the products that match with this will show up. Again, we will see the product and the AI recommendation. So as you can see, on every step of the way there is an opportunity to upsell. Now I want to show you a product that has options or modifiers, how we like to call it. Let's suppose I'm going to order a burger, and this burger has different options, so different toppings. Some of them may have an extra cost or not. Tomatoes and mayo are mandatory, same as the choice of cheese, and the other extra items have an extra price, and I can see here what are the options and add the one I prefer. Now I'm gonna go for the avocado and add it to a cart. Now, once I'm ready to check out, I can click on the shopping cart icon and see the summary of all the products I have added to my cart. On the very last minute before I continue to the checkout process, we will see one last AI recommendation you might also like, and it will give another recommendation that I can simply click and add it to the cart. Once I'm finally ready to check out, I can continue with the process. And also I can check out as login, or I can also check out as a guest. Since I logged in from the beginning, I'll see that my information is already added and the delivery preference is also added into the order. So all I need to do is select the payment method that I want. So I'm verifying all the information is correct. I can make any last minute changes as well and edit any of the products of my order and continue the payment. So at the end, you can add any discount codes or any gift cards. If they are already added into your account, you'll see your balance. At the end, I'm going to close the transaction using PayPal. So all I'm going to do here is select PayPal. and it will redirect me to my account in this case, so I can use the option to pay later, or I can use one of the cards or my balance that I have here and complete the purchase. Once I do this, I will receive um, this option to rate my experience from 0 to 10, and I can also view my receipt or print it and continue shopping. On this part, I'm going to be walking you through Order Up, our self-ordering kiosk. So the first screen shows you categories and AI recommendations such as new additions. This is basically showing any new products automatically into the kiosk. Now, if we scroll down, we see all the categories, we see all the products. You can see that they have images, description. We can simply tap on a product and add it to the order. There is also AI recommendations such as trending now, which is any products that are right now booming. If someone is a loyal, they can simply go into trending now and order something that maybe other people liked and they haven't tried. As we can see here, this Nutella shake. Bestsellers are basically all-time favorites, right? So we can see them here, and it's all based on customer purchase behavior. So you can rest assured that this will all be very organic, and the product list will be very different according to that as well. Past purchases, it shows whenever someone started taking their order with their phone number. In this example, Veronica added her phone number and she has ordered previously, so she can come back here and order something that she liked before. She doesn't remember the name, so that will be very helpful. Here we see also products that have different modifiers, like the bread with the gluten-free bread option. So you can add that as well, and you can see the extra cost. We also see frequently bought together as another AI recommendation. So if you look closely, you can see that there is an opportunity to upsell on every step of the way. Since the very first moment someone starts taking an order, from the moment they add another product to their shopping cart, whenever they add a product, or if they keep scrolling down through other categories and other products, they can see those recommendations as well. Now at the end, whenever they're ready to pay, all they need to go is into the shopping cart icon. They see the list of all the products, and at the end we see you might also like. So that's another AI recommendation at the very end. At the end, all they need to do is tap on checkout and select their payment method. Now I'm going to walk you through the PayPal handheld terminal. So I'm going to create a new order, go to view catalog and go through categories, subcategories, or even scroll through the products and add one of them. In this example, I'm going to go with the burger and I'm going to select my modifiers or the add-ons. We can see that some of them may have an extra cost or not. Then we can simply add the product. And from here, we can do multiple things. We can add more products and change the quantity of the same one. We can also change the modifiers or add a special instruction, for example, allergies. We can also scan a barcode to add another product, in this case a Pepsi. And from here, we can also add a discount, for example, a non-time based discount such as birthday discount. Whenever we're ready, we can see the total, the discount, and the total tax and continue to pay. Then we can select the payment method and close out the transaction. We can send the receipt via email or SMS. Now I'm going to show you other features from here. For example, products and services, the catalog. From here you can do some inventory functions such as going into a product. And from the Pepsi icon here, we can go into the basic information and we can do things like add a stock. So you can change the quantity that you have on stock and add the reason, for example, new products added. There's also other reasons, it will depend on the change. We can also remove stock, right? And add the new quantity based on what we've seen. Another action from here is to account stock, right? So we can add the new quantity and the cost price and the reason and save it. Another action from here is going into edit product. So we can edit any information such as the name, the price, the description, the image, and other things as well, like tax information too. And simply save. Last but not least, I'll be walking you through the backend of SalesVu, and I'll be talking about inventory management and its features, and also our most used report, which is the all-in-one report. Now I'm gonna walk you first through manage inventory, and this is a screen that shows all the products that you have on your inventory into each location. Here we're on the cafeteria, but if I go into the gift shop or the restaurant, it will show a different product list. Then we see the on-hand quantity, we see the unit, so we see there's different units assigned to each different product. You can be very specific into those units that are, that the inventory should be counted, like cheese slices. Then we have the threshold level, which are notifications that are automatically sent to your email whenever you reach that level, so you're reminded to make new purchase orders. We have the deduct inventory quantity, the last cost price, the final retail price. Then we have the purchasing unit of measure, which can be very different from the one that the inventory is being deducted, especially if you're doing recipes. Then we have the quantity to order. So this is a feature that we have here. So for example, we have the vendor, and then we can also see a unit cost for the new PO that's assigned, or maybe it's not assigned yet. So in this example, we have here for the bacon, right? We're low on stock, so we can simply add here a new quantity to order. We have the vendor, and we have the unit cost. So directly from here, we can create that PO and place it as open or as draft, right? And then here we have the inventory cycle that is calculated automatically. Now, there is another feature here that, talking about purchase orders, it's also very useful, which is called purchase order automation. Basically, here is setting up rules to how you want your purchase orders to be created automatically for you. So first of all is enabling this. If you want this to be consolidated for all the locations, if it's going to be daily or weekly, and you can set up the time of the day of your preference. And if you want it to be based on the storage capacity of products or the max days on hand of the product. So that's according to the inventory cycle. If there's a manager, right, that can only do this. And then if you want to attach a PDF version of the POs. So these are things and rules that you can have enabled for each location. And then once those purchase orders are created automatically for you, and the purchase orders that you create directly from here, from the quantity to order, you can see that from the purchase order section. From here, you can also create new POs and do another process very similar, but just adding more details to it. But basically, it's just seeing all the information, right, of your orders, for example, draft orders. So we were talking about the purchase order automation. So all of those orders are saved in here under draft orders. And if they are approved, you can simply place the order, right, and leave them as open. So that's kind of like how you can manage these draft orders, not only from the purchase order automation, but also if someone wants to leave some purchase order there, and then the manager wants to review them before they're approved, or do a last inventory count before they are approved to make any changes or edit it, that can be done. Now, if we go into, for example, received orders, we see all the historic data of all the orders that have been received throughout the year, for example, or throughout the month. You can select the date range. I just have here year to date to gather more data for demo purposes. And then, for example, under open orders, we have here different payment statuses, right? So you can keep track of the orders that are paid or unpaid, right? And simply just kind of like have that into your purchase order report. Now, there's different things that you can do on open orders. For example, if I go here, we can clone it. If you want the same purchase order, once again, there's nothing really much to edit, maybe just a few details that will save you some time. You can receive it, you can edit it, or you can view it. Now, when you view this order, you can add more comments. You can change the payment status if it has been paid. You can do a few things like receive or partially receive. So here, let's say you received the order, instead of 100 products, you actually got 80. You can add the vendor invoice number. What will happen is that those 80 items will be automatically updated into your inventory. And then you have this line item added at the very end with the products that are missing. You have the total cost and unit cost. So these are things that, will be done automatically for you. Now, another thing that can happen is, you can edit the quantity or the cost, or you can return items to the vendor. So this is another feature that we have here. So the reason it could be maybe, for example, a damaged product, and submit it, right? So then in that case, we have all these products, 80 products, they were returned to the vendor, or it could be, maybe expired products. Whatever it is, you have information in all that historic data of all the different management of the items that are received with all their changes. Now we have here also the budget utilization. So here you can create or set a category budget for different, for example, categories, the bagels, bakery and bread, the bar, and you can do this monthly or quarterly, right? So then when you are managing your purchase orders, you can actually see this breakdown and see how much it has been utilized during the month, how much has been spent according to the budget that you have for each one of your categories, just to kind of like make it easy for you to know whenever you're creating those purchase orders, if you're going over the limit or if you still have some budget left to cover kind of like those items that are needed for, throughout the month, for example. The next section I'm going to walk you through is inventory transfer. So basically here, what you will be able to do is transfer inventory from one area to another or one location to another, as long as they have the same inventory products. So I can select here the source. In this case, I'm going to go with the cafeteria, and I can select the destination. So for this case, we're going to go with the restaurant. So once we do this, we see a list of the 2 location products with the source and destination availability quantity. We can see the selling price, SKU, and unit. Now we're going to simply change or transfer quantity from the cafeteria for the products that have a very high quantity to the destination that have a very low quantity. So we made that example and we can see live that this inventory count was updated automatically. We can see this under the Manage Inventory section, or we can also see it through adjustments. So if we go into the cafeteria location, we can see that for today we have the before and after quantity. The change was negative, the unit, and we see what we have transferred, right? There is other types of notes. It could be expired products, damaged products. It could be negative or positive changes, like receive quantity from one location to another. But you can customize and create your reasons according to your business as well. Now if we go back, we can go into out of stock setting. So this is just how you want to manage your out of stock for every location and for every point of sale. So it could be a point of sale, allow the sales to continue. On the kiosk, remove the product completely. And on the e-commerce, just show the banner. Now I'm gonna walk you through the Only One report. Our Only One Sales and Profitability Master Report is a report that can help consolidate financial data from different date ranges, for example, fiscal year to date, or a specific date range from multiple revenue centers. Here we have the information stored from all these different centers, for example, gift shops, cafeterias, online shop, restaurant, and so on. Now, this is not only for the different areas, but also it's a report that can be break down by the products or even the categories as well, according to the information that the organization would like to gather. Now, some of the tasks that can be accomplished with this report is, for example, compare across revenue centers which one is the one that had more sales and profit during a certain period. So after we have selected the time or date range, we can have here an option to freeze here or pin the column and then sort by the net sales and the profitability as well for all of the locations. So this way we can see it and compare these actions and these results between, all of the different locations. Now, if we wanted to see this in a chart, we can also select the profitability information for the locations that we want to compare and see it in a bar chart. Now, this is something that it will help analyze this information during a board meeting, for example, and compare this information in a more visual way. Now, if there is product that is being sold on multiple locations, we can also set up this report to show all of the different products, and then what we can do is group it so we can see where is this product being sold on each location. Let's go into the CAP example. So we have here the information of the sales of this specific product on the Circle, East Side, and Primary Gift Shop. So here we can go into the profitability information and the quantity sold, so we can see the performance of this product on each one of these locations. Now, last but not least, this is a report that it's very easy to access and to review because we have the automated schedule email report in which everyone can have this report on a frequent basis according to the send time, start date, and the frequency that you add for everyone in your team to view it before a specific meeting. This report can also be saved, printed, exported, and you can also customize the columns to view the information you need to have exactly.
Another feature I want to talk about in this video is Ask SalesVu AI. So you can ask absolutely anything related to your inventory management, for example, how to increase sales revenue, or in this case, I want to ask what products should I reorder from my vendors in the cafeteria location based on the sales of the last month. So what the system is going to do is analyze all of that data, sales, margins, costs, absolutely everything, trending, out of stock levels, and based on that, it's going to give me a recommendation. Now, I can follow that recommendation based on, based on these trends or based on this data. For example, cafe au lait, espresso shots, bagels. Then it's going to give me, give some promotions, the reorder strategy, offerings, and things like that, right? So I can analyze this and make a more accurate decision with this data. But then again, I can ask absolutely anything. This could be, for example, how can I reduce my cost of goods based on my based on the last quarter and things like that. So it just analyzes absolutely everything and gives me these data and these details to me and my team, to increase efficiency as well for all the team.